What's going on, great people? Somebody has to be great today. It might as well be you. Welcome once again to Investing and Trading Made Simple. I am your host, Cedric Threet, aka Simple Cedric, and that's what I'm here to do. Help make investing and trading simple for you and show you how to get in the game. So let's get after it. Before we get started, as always, I have to share my disclaimer with you, letting you know that this video is strictly for educational purposes only. I am not affiliated with any type of financial services company, and this is not an attempt to sell you any product or service. I also need to let you know that investing and trading involves risk. Therefore, you may have some substantial gains, but you may also have some substantial losses. Now, in the previous videos, we've talked about things like compound interest. We've learned the different types of charts, the line chart, the bar chart, and the candlestick chart. We've also talked about the difference between an investor and a trader. Well, today we're going to talk about risk tolerance. Everybody has a different risk tolerance. What is your risk tolerance? Nobody can tell you what that is. That is strictly up to you. Only you know what your risk tolerance is. So, how does that affect your investing and trading? Not only do you need to know your risk tolerance, whether you're conservative or aggressive, you've also have to exercise what's called good risk management. You see this gentleman on the left here, he's crying because his stock is going down, down, down. It may go all the way to zero, and he's losing a lot of money. And then you see the gentleman on the right there who looks all worried and concerned because his money is just flying out of his wallet. Well, if these guys exercise something that's called risk management by using a stop loss, then they wouldn't have this problem. A stop loss is something that can help you. It can help you stop the losses that you're getting. You don't have to watch your prices go all the way down to zero. You can actually stop them halfway, or if you've lost a quarter of them, or however many you want, whatever your risk tolerance is, exercising a stop loss is a great way to use risk management. Here's rule number one. Rule number one that I tell everybody, and every investor and trader should know this rule. And even every stockbroker or financial advisor, whoever you're taking advice from, if they don't tell you this, then they're not doing their due diligence. Never risk money you can't afford to lose. Never, ever risk money you can't afford to lose. I'd like for you to repeat that if you can. Never risk money you can't afford to lose. You can't do this with money you have to pay bills with. I'm not telling you to take all of your money out of the bank and go and do this. This has got to be done with money that you can't afford to lose. Let's say if you have some money set aside that you're trying to do something with, or you maybe you don't know what to do with it. You've just got some extra money on the side. Then maybe you can use that, because if you lose that, then it won't hurt you. But don't go and take money that you need to take care of your priorities like bills and things like that and try to use that money to invest and trade. That's when you're gambling. And I don't want you to do that. We definitely do not want to do that. So never risk money you can't afford to lose. So how do you get started? How do you get started? You've been hearing me talk about all this stuff in these past videos, but I haven't shown you how to get started. Now I'm going to show you that. This is how you get started with your investing and trading. You go back to those brokers or online brokers, or it could be a full service broker that we talked about in the previous video. You go back to any of these, or there are a lot of others out there online, and you open what's called a virtual account. And what that virtual account will do, it will actually help you to practice. It will actually help you to just kind of dip your toe in the water and see if you know how to do this or if this is something you really want to do before you start using your hard-earned cash. So this is how you get started. Go and open a virtual account with one of these brokers. I'm not going to be advertising for any of them. I'm not going to tell you which one to use. You can decide that for yourself. And when you do, like I said, you've got to practice, practice, practice. You see, I have a picture here of a flight simulator, and then also I have a picture of a driving instructor and my man, Allen Iverson. A lot of you, if you remember Allen Iverson, he took a lot of heat during his career when he was talking about practice. We're not talking about the game, we're talking about practice. But you got to practice. You have got to practice because you know that old saying that practice makes perfect. When I never say that. What I say is practice won't make you perfect, but it will make you better. It won't make you perfect, but it will make you better. So you got to get out there and practice. I mean, I have this flight simulator up here because before pilots start flying an airplane, they have to practice. They have to get in that flight simulator. Before you get your driver's license, hopefully somebody sat down with you and helped you to practice. That's what you have to do. The same with investing and trading. When you open that online account or when you go to a full service broker, maybe they can help you. But if you open an online account, look for the virtual account or simulated account is what some people may call it. But make sure you practice. And I'm not going to tell you how long you need to practice. Some people say you need to do at least 2,000 trades before you start using your real money. Or they say you need to practice for 3 to 6 months before you start using your real money. I just say that's up to you. I just say it's up to you. When you feel confident enough, after you've practiced enough, and you feel confident enough that you can start using your real money, then go for it. Go for it. Here are some ticker symbols because you may be wondering, well, what should I buy? What should I buy? Well, again, I'm not going to tell you what to buy, but when you go on these online brokers and you go into the search bar, you want to find these companies' ticker symbol. And it doesn't have to be the companies that I have here, any company you want. If you just type in the name of that company, their ticker symbol will show up. So you use that ticker symbol to find out what the company is and what their stock price is, and then you go from there. But again, it takes a lot of. So how about that? Did you learn something new? I hope you did. Now you know that you've got to exercise good risk management. You've got to learn how to use a stop loss. You've got to get started by going to those online brokers and opening a virtual account. And when you do, you need to practice, practice, practice. That's how you get in this game, people. Any game. I mean, football teams, they practice all the time. Basketball, baseball, anything. If you're a dancer or an actress or an actor, anything you want to do and be good at it, you have to practice. Because this thing is a skill. That's what it is. This is a skill. And you can learn this skill. I know people have told you in the past, or maybe you've heard that it's too complicated or it's too hard or it's only for smart people. No, I told you in the first video that that's not true. You can learn this thing and you can do it. It's a game of probabilities, but it's also a game of possibilities. So we're going to get into those possibilities. We're going to do this thing. We're going to continue to learn. We're going to continue to grow. So thanks again for visiting Investing and Trading Made Simple. I am your host, Simple Cedric. Hey, if you like what you've seen today, continue to hit that subscribe button, the share, the like, the notification. I'm going to be putting out some more content. So thanks again for visiting. Go out and be great, and I'll see you in the next video.